I'm walking Agunta, Laois agus Uváile, Laois and Offaly, and between these two counties there's every kind of a track and trail for a great This week I'm doing two routes in the Slieve Bloom Mountains, one in County Laois and one in County Offaly. The first walk is in Laois. Laois is known for folklore and of course for its ancient history sites such as the Rock of Dunamace. My walk here is on a route called the Glenbarrow Old Mill Loop. It's a scenic route that's dotted with fascinating myths, relics and ruins. The second is a walk in Offaly called the Giant's Grave Loop. It takes me through some stunning scenery dipped in a little ancient history. We all know Claire Byrne from our screens and the radio, and she's famous for her razor-sharp analysis. Today, however, it'll be more razor-sharp hills and trails, and we're walking in Claire's home county, County Laois. Hello, Claire. How are you? I'm on your home turf today.
Welcome to County Laois.
I know, I'm very excited. We have a long walk ahead of us.
Yeah, how long?
It's over 10 kilometres, is what I hear, but you're...
We give it a go?
We will.
Let's do it.
Come on. County Laois is one of Ireland's most interesting and often underestimated counties. As well as being scenic with plenty of trails, walks and hikes, County Laois has a documented history dating back thousands of years, from Ireland's early farmers over 8,000 years ago to medieval sites and heritage history. Between this rich history and its natural amenities, there's plenty to explore here in every direction. Plus, its midland location makes it highly accessible from all parts of Ireland. Today I'm walking the Glenbarrow Old Mill Loop. It's 10.5 kilometres long and in the heart of the Slieve Bloom Mountains. Glenbarrow is the source of the River Barrow, the second longest river in Ireland. It's one of the most scenic parts of the Slieve Blooms, rich with flora and fauna and walks that wind around waterfalls and a steep valley. The area is remote and offers walkers peace and tranquility. Do you get back to Laois often?
I do, but probably more like flying visits because it's so easy to come down here for me. Like it's just over an hour, so
Yeah.
I'd come home and have my mammy dinner and head back, you know.
Yeah.
I never really take the opportunity to do something like this, and I realise now being out here with you that I really should and I probably will, you know.
Yeah, well
'Cause
that's great.
It's gorgeous. My dad, we miss him so much. He died 3 years ago now.
Okay.
And actually, I feel a really special connection to him here because he worked here in the Slieve Bloom Mountains, in the forestry, in his youth. So we would have heard an awful lot about this area when we were growing up, but not in terms of it being a beautiful amenity, in terms of hardship and hard work and people trying to eke out a living. And coming back here, it really reminds, I really like think of him, and you know, it's lovely to be here and think about that time and feel the connection, I suppose, to him as well up here.
The early part of this route takes us through a valley alongside the younger stages of the River Barrow. The nice thing about walking in Ireland, I find, is that these elements are often linked to folklore and history, giving us stories along the route. I think I hear a body of water there, Claire.
Yes.
It's a river.
Sounds like a river, looks like a river.
What is this river though?
This is the River Barrow, and I'm actually more familiar with the Nore, which is the sister. So there's the three sisters.
Okay.
The Nore, the Shore and the Barrow.
Oh, very good.
I remember that from primary school geography.
It's
Yikes.
beautiful. It's kind of like something out of a film or something,
It's
isn't it?
gorgeous.
It's so picturesque.
Like you could just sit and relax here for a long time, enjoying that.
It's great
Gorgeous.
energy flowing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, all the rivers in Ireland are all feminine. And I love that idea of, you know, they've great feminine energy, fertility,
Yeah.
and, you know, they cleanse the space and, yeah, it's
I
great.
did not know that. See, I'm learning.
There you go.
And
now.
walking.
Absolutely. We make a great review yet now, Claire.
This reminds me of the Nore. So the Nore is the one that flows through Castletown, which is near where I live. And we would go there to see the salmon leap at different times of the year. So like the river would be flowing like this, and these incredible salmon jumping and leaping back against the flow of the river. Can you imagine seeing them?
Well, do you know what, right? If we don't see any salmon today, that's going to be our next date. You bring me up there to check
a plan.
Yeah, you get the fishing rods out now.
It's a plan.
Well, we'll continue on.
The trail heads upriver for a short distance. The next stop is one of Glenbarrow's distinguished features. The waterfall is a feature in this area and different walks and loops intersect here. The longer routes pass through while the shorter routes lead to and from this waterfall. It's definitely a point of interest worth visiting.
We're testing you on all terrains here now, Claire. We're getting a taste of everything. You can tell now that they've put in a great bit of effort here to make the walkway for people.
Yeah, it just makes it that bit more accessible, and
yes, absolutely.
Easier at times because it's challenging in moments as well. So
yeah, it is.
It's nice to have this bit where you feel you can motor along.
Claire, what strikes me about you all the time, I listen to your radio show, as I've told you many times, but you're great at finding that balance between asking very difficult questions and then also being able to do the light-hearted stuff. Like, do you find that hard to dip in and out of?
Not really, because I've always defined current affairs as being things that happen in our lives, right? Because that makes sense to me and always has done. That's why I never really subscribed to this notion that current affairs has to be really serious. For me, I think the show reflects life, so the serious things and the lighter things, which is the way we live our lives.
Not only is this part of the world steeped in ancient and medieval history, but recent history is also evident here in the landscape, the kind of history that's still in our living memory.
I mean, this mountainside has seen many wheels of life, and this is a great example of it, isn't it? It's kind of the Ruhi Mora and Tail, the wheels of life.
This is the last village. We were following the signs to the last village. It looks like in the beauty of the mountain as we enjoy it now. It's probably, if you think about what it must have been like to live here, it was probably bleak and tough enough environment. But then on the other side of that, you have the beauty of it as well. And sure, aren't there people looking for holidays in places like this now?
Come here, you're selling County Laois to me. Come on, let's go have a look at it.
Let's go have a little check out. The lost village, here we come.
It's very boggy.
The last muddy, listen, you wouldn't be in Laois without the bog.
No, that's it, yeah, exactly. At least you'd be warm. There'll be plenty of turf cut here.
The Clear family, the last to leave the Cones. Anne left the Cones in 1962. This plaque was erected in loving memory of Anne by her husband Nicholas and family, and look at the picture of them. And it looks like they're at a wedding.
Yeah, they're so smartly turned out.
They look lovely. Look at the way we were dressed now.
I know, full of muck. God, it's so lonely, isn't it? There's a great knock-on in Irish that says Maran far in the Ruhig Hain Evad, which basically means that long after you're gone, you survive in your own locality or your own community for a long time after, which is lovely, I think.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the Clear
it's so
family.
true.
It is.
In Ireland as well, particularly.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is a tiny space, isn't it?
It is.
Imagine feeling very secure and safe in there.
I would say so, and a beautiful view to wake up to every morning.
Listen, what would you pay for it?
The trail has been gradually moving upwards since the start. What's nice about this walk is that we'll end at a high point without feeling that the walk was too strenuous. It's a gentle incline over 6 kilometres. This high point gives a 360-degree view of half of the counties in the Republic of Ireland.
I love that this boardwalk is here. That makes it so accessible as well.
Absolutely.
You can walk right through the heather. It's amazing. Getting a flavour of it now.
What
oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh my God.
It's incredible.
Isn't it just? Wow, well, whoever said the Midlands were flat were lying to me.
Well, you can keep your Wicklow's and your Kerrys now. Look at this.
Wow.
So you can see 13 counties here, right across. So you've got 6 in one direction, 7 in another. Kildare over there, views of Laois, and then the Dublin Mountains in the far distance, the Wicklow Mountains.
Gorgeous.
Port Laois is the town you can see there in the middle distance.
Yeah.
The Blackstairs Mountains, oh, that's Mount Leinster. See that big mountain
Yes.
with the clouds sitting on it. And then we move to Ballyfin Tower, Tipperary, Kilkenny, Knockmeal Down Mountains. This is incredible. And the Galtee Mountains.
There's a bit of magic in this mountain range here, I think, not least because Fionn McCool, obviously our most famous warrior and leader of the Fianna, was apparently reared here by two women. They taught him everything he knows. Lia Luachra, she was a famous warrior, and his aunt Bovill as well, she was a druidess, and they reared him from boyhood to manhood here in these mountains. That's where he learnt all his famous skills of divination and hunting and fighting. So there's a little bit of magic in this mountain range, I think. You can feel it here.
What a place to learn the skill.
Claire, I'm going to admit that I'm a little bit surprised because I wasn't expecting such epic scenery here.
There you go. Well, I suppose I'm a bit surprised myself because, I mean, I didn't really know about this walk and I didn't know that we were going to get that view at the peak of it. So, like, it's incredible, but I'm actually feel really proud of it.
That's lovely.
That we have this in Laois, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, we got a great day for it. The birds are calling and the heather is out. What was your highlight?
I think it was the Lost Village for me. And it was the photograph of the Clear family. It just made me want to know more about them, where it was taken, what their life was like, you know, living in that extraordinary place.
Yeah, do you know, that's really funny because that's actually my highlight as well. But I love walking around and like having that feeling that the past is all around you and, you know, you're learning as you go.
Yeah, I also love the viewing point where you could see the 13 counties. That's going to be my public relations pitch. When it comes to selling Laois from now on, you can go to that fabulous place and see so much.
Okay, you have me converted. I'm going to add to your pitch now because I actually hear there's a really nice coffee place down the road here, so we might grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think you're buying as well.
I'll buy cake as well. Come on.
If you enjoy the show, email us or connect on social media and tell us your story. We'd love to hear about your tracks and trails, especially if it's influenced you in any way. Has it got you out walking? What did it do for you? What were the benefits? Your feedback could inspire our next show.